Yes lads, welcome back to the channel for another video, and in today's one it is my Game Week 2 predictions for Euro 2020. Now, I've got to make a quick announcement, so I'm recording this on Monday, before the Scotland-Czech Republic game and before the games today and tomorrow. The only reason I'm doing that is because I need to get this video out there so you guys can put your predictions in for Game Week 2. So I have no idea of the score for today and tomorrow's games, and again, that's not going to affect it. I'm just going to pick my predictions based on the games based on what games they are, basically. And if you want to base your predictions on what happens over the next couple of days, then that's fine, because the deadline for Game Week 2 predictions are going to end on Wednesday at 1 o'clock. So if you get your predictions after 1 o'clock on Wednesday, they won't be valid. So let's get straight into it. If you do want to enjoy this video, like I said, please make sure to smash a like, subscribe, and make sure to comment your predictions for each and every game. If you don't put your predictions for every game, I'll just be taking the predictions that you do put in the comment section below, whether it is all of them or whether it's just one or two or all 12. So yeah, let's get into predictions. Let's see what I say. First game is Turkey against Wales. Now, for me, this is a very tough game. Obviously, Wales did draw their opening game against Switzerland. Turkey lost 3-0 to Italy. But like I said, when I get later on in the video, I won't know the score of some games, so I won't take them into consideration. But this is quite a similar game. I think both teams are sort of similar in quality. They both have a lot of good players. Obviously, Wales have probably the better players with Ramsey, James, Bale, to name a few. I think it will be a tough game. I think Wales need to get something from the game. I think we need to win the game, to be honest, because we've got Italy on the final game in the group. So I think we do need to win the game, and I think because we need to win it, I think we will. I don't think it's going to be a high-scoring game. I think it's going to be quite a low-scoring game. I think that the winner, will win it by a goal. And I'm actually going to go with Turkey 0, Wales 1. I think Wales will get a 1-0 win, and I'm going to say Aaron Ramsey with a goal. So Turkey 0, Wales. The next game is the second game in Group A, and it is Italy against Switzerland. This, I think, will be an absolute cracking game. Both teams like to attack. Italy normally are known for sort of defensive football and sort of, grinding out a 1-0 win and or 1-0 lead, and then holding on to that. But, they put 3 past Turkey. They look really good at the moment, Italy. They're on some massive unbeaten run, 28 games, I think it is now, under Mancini. And Switzerland, Switzerland playing some good football. They got the likes of Shaqiri and Bolo up top as well, Seferovic, Granit Xhaka in midfield. I think this is going to be a very tough game, and unlike the Wales-Turkey game, I think this could have a lot of goals. I'm actually going to go with Turkey. I'm actually going to go with Italy 3, Switzerland 2. 3-2 to Italy. I think it's going to be an absolute classic. And goal scorers, I'm going to go for Insigne, Barella, and Immobile. And for Switzerland, I'm going to go for Seferovic and Granit Xhaka free kick. So Italy 3. Third game is the first game in Group B, and it is Finland against Russia. A very tight game. Obviously, Finland did win that first game against Denmark. Obviously, it was overshadowed by that Christian Eriksen incident. But I think this is going to be another tight game. I don't think a lot of these are going to be not sort of high scoring, but like a high margin of victory in any given game. And again, I think this is going to be going to follow the same trend of a tight game, and again, I think this is going to be a low scorer. I'm going to actually go with Finland 0, Russia 1. I think Russia will get the win in this one, and I think they'll get their first win of the Euros. But I'm going to go Finland 0, Russia 1, and goal scorer, I'm going to go for Artem Dzyuba for Russia. I'm not saying whether it'll be penalty, but Finland 0, Russia 1, Artem Dzyuba. The next game is Denmark against Belgium, another tough game. But the way Belgium played, in that first game, I think Belgium played absolutely fantastic in that game. They were so attacking, they were getting forward. They were pushing Russia back a lot, and Lukaku is an absolute goal machine. And I really do feel sorry for Denmark in this game, because they are missing their talisman, Christian Eriksen, after that horrific injury. But yeah, I think this is going to be a real hard game for Denmark to play. I think Belgium are by far the better team, and I think Belgium will come through this relatively unscathed. I'm going to go Denmark 1, Belgium 3. I think it's going to be a very easy game for Belgium. Goal scorers, I'm going to go with Simon Kjær for Denmark, the Danish captain. And for Belgium, I'm going to go for Lukaku, Yannick Carrasco, and do you know what? I'm going to go for Meunier again. Meunier, Lukaku, and Carrasco, and Simon Kjær for Denmark. Denmark won. The next game is Ukraine against Macedonia. I think this is going to be another good game. Ukraine was involved in that amazing 3-2 defeat against Holland, and Macedonia unfortunately lost 3-1 to Austria. But both of those games were absolutely fantastic, so end to end. And for that reason, I'm going to go with Ukraine 2, Macedonia 2. Goal scorers, I'm going to go for Yarmolenko and I'm going to go for Yaremchuk for Ukraine, the two people that scored Ukraine's goal in their first game against Holland. And for Macedonia, I'm going to go with Elmaz and I'm going to go for Ezkan Alioski. So I'm going to go Ukraine 2, Macedonia. The next game is Holland against Austria. Now, like I said, with Ukraine and Macedonia, they were involved in this quality game as well. And to be fair, I think this is going to be a very good game. Like I said, all of these are going to be good games. I don't think there's going to be a boring game in the Euros because there's just, so much talent in Europe. Even Macedonia played very well in that first game. But this one, I think Austria are going to have a little bit, Holland are going to have a bit too much for Austria. Personally, I'm going to go with a Austria 2, Holland 1, Austria 2, sorry. Muddling my words up, can't get my words out. But I'm going to go Holland 2, Austria 1. Goal scorers, I'm going to go Memphis Depay for Holland for 2. And for Austria, I'm actually going to go for Konrad Laimer, the RB Leipzig centre midfielder. So Holland 2. The next game is Croatia against Czech Republic. Now this is going to be a very tight game. I don't know what the Czech Republic-Scotland score was because I'm recording this beforehand. But Croatia did lose 1-0 to Wembley against England. So this is going to be played at Hampden Park. And for me, I think this is going to be a very tough game. Like I said, Croatia, Czech Republic, same sort of teams. They're not to say they're the same quality, because I think Croatia are a little bit better, but they're both tricky teams to play against defensively. They're good going forward on the break. They're good as well. But unfortunately, I think that Croatia are just going to have a little bit too much for the Czech Republic. I'm actually going to go with Croatia 1, Czech Republic 0. Goal scorer. I'm actually going to go for Ivan Perisic to score the winner for Croatia. So Croatia 1, Czech Republic 0. Now it's the big one. England against Scotland at Wembley. This has got a lot more than just a game of football. It's a rivalry. It's a battle of the home nation, so to speak. And I think this is going to be a very tough game for both teams. I know England are massively better than Scotland. No disrespect to any Scots watching this, but I think England are the better team, and everyone would probably 100% agree with me, unless you're a Scot. Of course, I don't think you would agree with me there. But yeah, I think, do you know what? Because it's, such a big game in terms of what it means for both teams, I'm actually going to go with England 1, Scotland 1. I think it's going to be a 1-1 draw, only because, it's a massive rivalry. It's a battle of Britain, as they used to say. Normally, I think if it was England versus anyone else, I think maybe 2-0, 3-0 or something like that for Scotland's ability. But because it is Scotland, I'm just going to go for a 1-1 draw. Goal scorers, I'm going to say Harry Kane will get his first goal of the tournament. And for Scotland, I'm going to go for John McGinn. So England 1. The next game is Sweden against Slovakia. So again, another tough game. Both of these two teams will be fighting it out to try and get that third place, you would feel, behind Spain and Poland in Group E. And I'm actually going to go with my first ever 0-0 prediction of the tournament. I think this is going to be a stalemate, a 0-0 ball draw. I don't like to predict 0-0s, but I generally think this could be a 0-0. So my prediction for Sweden-Slovakia is Sweden 0, Slovakia 0. The next game then is Spain against Poland, a proper game. This will be it probably will be in Spain, in Seville. And I think this is going to be a very entertaining game. Obviously, Poland have that Lewandowski. They have some good players as well, like some Milik as well, I believe. And Spain, they have well-rounded squad. There's no superstar in there, but they've got the likes of Ferran Torres in there. Players that can cause Poland a lot of problems. But personally, I did say in my tournament predictions, Poland will finish above Spain in the group. So I think it's going to end Spain 1, Poland 2. Goal scorers, I'm going to go for Ferran Torres, like I said, for Spain. And for Poland, I'm actually going to go for Kamil Glik from a header and Robert Lewandowski. So Spain won. The penultimate game of match day 2 is Hungary against France. Now, obviously, these two teams will be playing in tomorrow's fixtures on the day of recording. And I think this is going to be an absolute steamroll for France. I don't think Portugal and Germany will hammer Hungary in the group, but I think France will. I just think France have an amazing squad. The quality in that French team is just absolutely phenomenal. So I think, unlike Portugal and Germany, I think France will annihilate Hungary. And I think this probably will be the big sort of hammering in the group stage. And I'm actually going to go with Hungary 0, France 5. I think this is going to be a fantastic game for France. I think they're just unbelievable. The squad they have, the depth they have as well. And goal scorers, I'm going to go for Kylian Mbappe with 2. I'm going to go with Paul Pogba with the 3rd, Griezmann with 2. And do you know what? I'm going to say N'Golo Kante with the 5th. Hungary 0. And the last game of match day 2 in Euro 2020 is Portugal against Germany. A real good game, I think this will be. Both teams should be fighting it out for second behind France, in my opinion. And I think the winner of this will get second. And I think this could be the second place showdown between Portugal and Germany. Both teams are brilliant. I mean, this group is absolutely incredible in terms of quality. I'm actually going to go with, because I fancy them in this tournament, I'm going to go with Portugal 1, Germany 0, and I think the goal will be scored by the main man himself, CR7. I think Ronaldo, he's just that player that will turn up in the big occasions. I think this is a big occasion for Portugal. I'm actually going to go with Portugal 1, Germany 0, and the goal is from Cristiano Ronaldo. Those are my game week 2 predictions. Like I said, I had to record them finishing match day 1 only because I wanted to get it out, and I wanted to set a sort of what's it called, like a deadline, basically set a deadline for you guys to get your predictions in. So the deadline will close at 1 p.m. tomorrow, 1 p.m. Wednesday, sorry. So you have between now when this is out and 1 p.m. on Wednesday to get your predictions in. If you have enjoyed this video, please make sure to smash it a like. Please make sure to subscribe to the channel, turn on the notifications, and like I say, put your predictions down below. And as always, stay well, stay safe.